Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om. Adorations Lord Krishna, the preceptor of the universe, destroyer of the forces of darkness, and bestower of immortality. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 11, Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, the Yoga of Cosmic Vision. In the previous chapter, it was Yoga of Vibhutis, the glorious attributes of God. And now we are going one step further. Vibhutis who are catching the glimpse of God's glory. In an allegorical language, you are catching a glimpse of God's face. A little here in the flower, a little there in a bird, a little there in your child, a little in the mother, a little in the father, a little in the politics. Everywhere. Not little, you are not satisfied. You want the whole totality, all together. And that experience can be only in a state of ecstasy. It cannot be a practical experience, because all your practical reality will stop. If you have that type of experience, that the entire world, enfolding the entire world, God has enfolded you. Practical reality continues. In the heart, the absolute knowledge blossoms. But that's called Jnana Drishti. So just to remind you of different type of vision called Drishti. Drishti is Sanskrit word Chakshu, your eyes. The first stage of your Chakshu is Charam Chakshu, skinny eyes. Second type is Vibhuti Chakshu, the eyes that are sensitive to the glory of God. You develop a kind of a spiritual hobby to be reminded of God's presence through so many things of this world, but use your own artistic heart to choose special objects, special things of this world that inspire your heart. So you see a special glory of God manifesting in beautiful peacock as it dances, in parrots, in beautiful blossoms. Consider the lilies of the field. How do they grow? And in all, wherever there is a special expression of wow, wonder, there allow your mind to have a sense of mystic flavor, as if you have glimpsed the face of God. And that's Vibhuti Chakshu. And now I have also come to describe you the Divya Chakshu, all totality. And that's a state of ecstasy. Your spiritual progress doesn't stop at this. This is not the climax. The climax is Jnana Chakshu. So just to reiterate, Charam Chakshu is skinny eyes. Vibhuti Chakshu is special vision that reminds you of God's presence. Divya Chakshu, the entire world explodes with divine vision. Nothing is excluded. And Jnana Chakshu, instead of this sense of explosion, it's a sense of absolute Shitala Manda Sugandh, cool, gentle, gracious. You don't see the world in a way that you go into ecstasy. But you see the world in a way that you are able to promote Jnana Yajna and inspire others. If you begin to dance, that also people have done. And that was inspiring, sages go into ecstasy. But that ecstasy state has to be minimum. If you never see Shankaracharya going into dance, I'm just joking. Jnana Chakshu is where Gita is leading you to, which can be understood by Sthita Prajna Lakshanas. How does an enlightened sage live? How does he talk? How does he move? How does he act? And in his normal description, nothing is extraordinary. What is extraordinary is his internal awareness. Without going into further detail, we go through the Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga, verse number 1. Arjuna Uvacha Madanugrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Sangitam Yatvayoktam Vachastena Mohoyam Bigato Mama. Arjuna said, O Krishna, the supreme secret concerning the self, which you have graciously revealed to me, has dispelled my delusion. Arjuna was facing a great obstacle in his life. It was a cloud of moha. Moha had dominated his mind. Mohagrast. It is like a dark night, and added to it, cloudy. And that's the picture of moha. Countless souls continue to exist dominated by moha. And your spiritual progress is characterized by diminishing of moha. The dark night gradually fades, and the gracious dawn begins to manifest until you have broad daylight. Moharatri moves away. This is the commencing stage of turning away from Moharatri. The night is disappearing with Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga. Arjuna said, O Krishna, the supreme secret concerning the self, which you have graciously revealed to me, has dispelled my delusion. Bhavapyeu hi bhutanam shutau vistarasho maya tvattah kamala patraksha mahatmyam api chavyayam. O lotus-eyed Lord, I have heard from you extensively regarding the origin and the dissolution of all beings, and also about your imperishable glory. When we talk about glory of God, turn your attention to 6 great attributes of God. Led by those attributes, God is called Bhagavan. Bhaga is each attribute is a Bhaga. And they are Aishwarya, infinite glory; Dharma, infinite virtue; Yasha, infinite fame. Who could be more popular than God? Shri, infinite wealth. It's a divine wealth. Jnana, infinite wisdom. Vairagya, infinite dispassion. Aishwarya, Dharma, Yasha, Shri, Jnana, and Vairagya. These 6 attributes, they relate to Bhagavan. And Arjuna is offering his prayers to Krishna. In each prayer, there is an affirmation. Who is God? And in affirmation stage, Arjuna is saying that through the teachings that he has received so far from Krishna, he has heard extensively regarding the Swarup, the essential nature of God. Just to remind you, what is the essential nature? God is the basis of Srishti, Palan, and Sanghar. Srishti, creating the world. Palan, sustaining it. Sanghar, dissolving it. Srishti, Palan, and Sanghar go on every moment. You can study this topic in 2 ways. Every moment, what was everything in this world changes. So it is being destroyed. A seed is destroyed as it begins to germinate. But while germination goes on, leading to the formation of tree, a sustaining hand is behind it. So, you are constantly seeing the role of creation, a loving support, sustenance, and dissolution. It's going on in your own body constantly and all over the world. But all these three aspects are like waves in divine presence. God is the underlying reality. He is the one promoting this threefold aspects of the world process: creation, sustenance, and dissolution. And God is described as Kamalapatraksh. The eyes of God are like lotus eyes. Lotus eyes, what's the specialty in it? Lotus blossoms by the light of the sun. Sun or moon, whichever, but both are symbolic of God. And drops of water shine on the lotus leaf without touching the leaf. All worldly pleasures and worldly realities, they become like the drops of water. That doesn't taint the vision. Vision remains untouched. The lotus eyes means a vision of detachment, anasakti. And when you see divine attributes, you are meditating on God, your Ishtadevata. You are visualizing the form of Rama or Krishna. And asserting within your mind, look at his eyes, lotus eyes. What you are doing, the more you see these attributes, those attributes are being awakened in your deeper nature. If you want your anger to cool down, meditate upon God with a special attribute, His ocean of compassion, His ocean of mercy, abode of mercy. What I am relating you, this is a subtle secret of cultivating divine virtues. Whatever virtue you want to cultivate, impose that virtue on God and meditate. You want to develop compassion, God is ocean of compassion. You want strength, God is ocean of strength. You want patience, God is ocean of patience. So that's the subtle benefit of upasana. Meditating on God by bringing to the mind various qualities of God, various attributes of God. And those attributes begin to enter your own personality. And you end up having lotus eyes. You meditate upon God with lotus eyes. Your eyes also turn as lotus. You develop anasakti, detachment in different degrees. Every quality is developed in a progressive manner. But the glory of God is abhyayam. Every attainment in this world is perishable. But when you are developing divine virtues and moving towards God realization, that movement is abhyayam, imperishable movement. Evamat tadyatha tha tvamatmanam parameshvara drashtumichhami te rupam aishwaram purushottamam. O Supreme Being, whatever you have declared about yourself is indeed so. But, O best of souls, I still would like to behold your divine form. Arjuna, now praise for having the darshan, Vishwarupa darshan. Manyase yadi tat shakyam maya drashtumiti prabho yogeshwaram tato me tvam darshayatmanam avyayam. If you consider it possible for me to behold your divine form, then, O Lord of Yoga, please reveal your imperishable form to me. Every spiritual experience requires adhikaritva, the qualities that make you deserve for that attainment. And Arjuna has come to a state of perfect qualification for having Vishwarupa darshan. 5th verse, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Pashyame Partha Rupani Shatashotha Sahasrasha Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha. Lord Krishna said, O Arjuna, behold my cosmic form, manifesting in hundreds and thousands of divine forms, of countless colors and shapes. The entire universe is expressing the glory of God. In Vishwarupa darshan, this is brought before your view in its climax. Siya Ram Main Sab Jag Jani. The entire world is nothing but Sita and Rama. Easily said, but to understand how majestic is that experience, go through the Vishwarupa darshan. All that is happening before your eyes, all this is alaukik. Alaukik means amazing. How you have grown in your own body, how you have seen your body growing from childhood, youth, and further up, how your food is digested, how your senses operate, the mysterious functions of your mind, your intellect, your ego, your chitta. Behind all this, there's an amazing role of God. And things of this world come in 3 categories: Uttam, Madhyam, Kanisht. Uttam is best of things. Things that were so inspiring. Madhyam, moderate, moderately good. Kanishta, see a rotten pit of rotten material, and see how many worms Even that's wonder. Each worm is doing amazing work. But it is Kanistha type. Certain things are ordinary, general reality. Certain things are extraordinary in this world. And daily your mind is bombarded by all these. And only point is that you are not being spiritually awakened. What is the reality behind all this? All that you want is to settle your life, be established somewhere, though you know that nobody has been ever settled. And then people don't know what to do about it, even those who have. It's for those people who develop aspiration that we have the scriptures presenting the guideline how to follow a project of integral yoga in your daily life. So as you go on removing mala, impurities, and impurities are short-circuited energy. As you remove them, you are endowed with increasing spiritual energy. Anger takes away a lot of your energy. Despair takes away lots of your energy. And similarly, keeping the mind in suspense, in fear, but allowing your mind to open the window to glory of God, and especially Vishwarupa Darshan. All the faces you see are the faces of God. All names and forms are expressing the presence of God. So, O Arjuna, behold my cosmic form, manifesting in hundreds and thousands of divine forms. Each day you are surrounded by hundreds and thousands of divine forms. Yet you end up your day saying, nothing is inspiring. The day has been in perspiration. And in countless colors and shapes. Pashyadityan vasun rudran ashwinau marutah tatha bahunya drishta purvani pashyascharyani bharata. Behold the sun gods, the Vasus, the Rudras, the Ashwini Kumaras, and wind gods. Behold many more wonders that you have never seen before. Now comes to more allegorical description of Vishwarup, cosmic form. In the world around you, you see the role of sun gods. Sun gods, sun is only one. But allegorically, 12 months have 12 aspects of the sun. And sun god is a presiding deity of your vision, your eyes. So the same sun that illumines the whole earth expresses through your own eyes. And whatever your eyes are able to do is backed up by the sun god. And sun god is glory of the God. Similarly, there are Vasus, special deities. Fire is one of the Vasus, who is the presiding deity of your speech. Your eyes, presided by sun god. Speech, presided by Vasu. Mind, presided by Rudra. Rudra is Shiva. And mind in different aspects are presided by the divine God as Rudra. Rudra is a synonym of Lord Shiva. Your ear relates itself to wind god. And there are 49 maruts, 49 modes of wind, and they become possible. They are the basis of your listening. Put it in a poetic way. In the world, wind blows in 49 ways. 49 is not a mathematical correction. Through your ears, you hear 49 ways of gossips, or different descriptions are poured through your ears, different news, and there are variations of news. So that wind god is presiding over your ears. And Ashwini Kumaras, these are two divine physicians. They are operating in your body. They are presiding over prana and apana. Prana is vital forces that sustain your body in a positive way. Apana removes negative aspect of your personality. Prana, apana control is described in the form of Hatha Yoga. So all the repairs are done by the role of prana and apana. And that's divine physician, Ashwini Kumaras. So, cosmic form of God is enfolding you at every moment. Ihaikastham jagat krishnam pashyadya sacharacharam mama dehe gudakesha yachan yad drashtumichhasi. O conqueror of sleep, here and now, behold the entire creation consisting of all that moves and that which is immovable, centered in my cosmic body, and whatever else you desire to see. Every statement has a purpose. At this stage, Lord Krishna addresses Arjuna as conqueror of sleep. If you take literally, you will not succeed. You must have sound sleep, healthy sleep. But conqueror, that you are not in a debilitated state where helplessly you are led by sleep. But sleep term also is used in an allegorical way. When you are not listening to someone's talk, you are as if sleeping. Where you are not alert to your duties, as if sleep. Any aspect of procrastination is a kind of sleep. To a spiritual aspirant, the objective is be spiritually vigilant. no place for sleep that takes you away from your spiritual progress. And being alert, you are being awakened. All world experience is in the terms of sleep and dream. Either you become so immersed in tamas that everything moves away from your mind. You are sunk in dullness. Or you are slightly awakened from that state, but not in waking state, but in a dream state. Dream means you are constantly involved with your iPad, the ego-led mind. Ego-led mind, ego-based concepts of your happiness, your progress. When I say ego, I'm referring to egoism. That progress is like a dream, and the world is a long dream. Spiritual aspirant begins to conquer this type of sleep and dream. And therefore Arjuna is being addressed by this statement, O conqueror of sleep. Here and now behold the entire creation, consisting of all that moves and that which is immovable. The creation has two prominent factors: souls that are movable, animals, birds. Then there are souls that exist as trees. And then there are absolutely unconscious, inert objects, stones and rocks and all types of things. Jada Chetan Jagat, inert world, as well as living souls. All this is centered in cosmic body, and Lord Krishna opens the door to. And whatever else you desire to see in the practice of upasana, you are free to allow your imagination to capture the glory of God. How you do it? This is an artistic movement. Natumam shakyate drashtum anena yuva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshu pashyame yogamaishwaram. But you cannot behold my divine form with your physical eyes, implying if you are not practicing sadhana, you are not having Godward movement, then you are led by your normal charam chakshu, normal eyes, and that keeps you involved with a world which is only a dream-like experience. It abounds with dream and sleep. But when you begin to do your sadhana, you are developing subtle vision that begins to experience the thrill of vibhuti and ecstasy of Vishwarupa darshan. Again, all this doesn't come in complete, perfect form, but in a progressive manner. Therefore, I bestow on you Divya Chakshu. When you are meditating or having a divine vision, there is a little display of your latent intuitive vision. In other words, you don't wait for Vishwarupa Darshan in its entirety as it is given to in the Gita. It enters your sadhana in different degrees. Sometimes even a dream that you have brings a glimpse of Vibhuti, of Virat, and you can be extremely inspired. That inspirational state, Krishna says, that divine vision I'm granting to you so that you can see my cosmic form. And we will continue. Om. Om. Ram, 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 Ram. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Prayer for shower of Karunamaya Ras grace over all of you with the blessings of Shakti, Bhakti and Mukti. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukuma Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.